Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Aisyah binti ZABRI. My matric number is 2020490088. Now I will explain about the vision and mission of LOFSA. Labuan FSA vision for Labuan to be a vibrant and forward-looking IBFC with an Asian focus is still valid today. Guided by its mission and driven by the corporate values, Labuan FSA is committed at playing its role as a one-stop integrated regulatory authority to realize the government's vision to develop a sound, stable and dynamic Labuan IBFC. Since its establishment, Labuan FSA has played a strategic and important role in the growth and development of Labuan IBFC. Labuan has evolved with more than 5,200 global and renowned companies from 125 countries, including 845 financial institutions engaged primarily in wholesale intermediation activities ranging from banking, insurance, leasing, company management and trust company business. With its conducive and business-friendly environment, Labuan IBFC is a viable business proposition as a platform for financial intermediation in the Asia-Pacific region.
Definition of Labuan FSA includes to administer, enforce, carry out and give effect to the provisions of the law, SITI, Labuan Business Activity Tax 1992, and Labuan Trust Act 1996 to exercise, discharge and perform such powers, duties and functions in accordance with laws to maintain the good reputation of Labuan IBFC as an international business and financial center, to carry out research and commercial studies on financial services in Labuan IBFC, and to make recommendations for the creation and improvement facilities to improve the attraction of Labuan IBFC as a center for financial services. Furthermore, is to collaborate with financial institutions and industrial associations in Labuan IBFC to promote and provide financial services to foster high standards for Labuan IBFC's financial services, to advise and make recommendations to the government on matters relating to financial services in Labuan IBFC, and to carry out all such activities and to do such things as necessary or advantageous and proper for the administration for the authority or for such other purposes and may be directed by the Minister.
My name is ATIQAH binti ROSDI. I will continue the presentation about Labuan FSA regarding their sectors and offerings. They offer a range of solutions and structure facilitating cross-border financial transactions, business dealings, risk management, insurance and wealth management needs in conventional, digital or Sharia compliance options. The first one is Labuan companies. A Labuan company may be a company limited by shares or by guarantee or an unlimited company. They may participate in business activities and enjoy attractive tax benefit provided under the Labuan Business Activity Tax Act 1990. Second is banking. Labuan banking is defined as the business of receiving deposits on a current account, deposit account, saving account or any other account as may be specified by Labuan FSA. Third is commodity trading. The Global Incentive for Trading (GIFT) program is aimed at positioning Malaysia as a regional trading and storage hub for oil and gas. Under the program, a set of incentives are offered through the establishment of the Labuan International Commodity Trading Company (LITC), including incentives for traders and trading house to use Malaysia as their international trading base. Fourth is wealth management. The creation of a Labuan trust is generally for an individual or a settler to give specific property to a third party to be held for the benefit of others. Fifth is capital markets. A mutual fund or fund means a Labuan company, a corporation incorporated under the laws of any recognized country or jurisdiction, a partnership, a protected company, a foundation or a unit trust types of funds are prescribed under the Labuan Financial Services and Security Act 2010, namely private fund and public funds. 6 is insurance. A Labuan insurance business is defined as an insurance business that is transacted in foreign currency and includes general, life, reinsurance, Labuan Takaful and Retakaful windows, and captive insurance. 7 is leasing. Labuan leasing is defined as a business of letting or subletting property on hire for the purpose of the use of such properties by the hire, regardless whether the letting is or without an option to purchase the property. Leasing businesses could be transacted via conventional means or in accordance with Sharia principles. 8 is digital financial services. Labuan IBFC continues to provide a fit for the digital business structure to facilitate various digital financial related business. BFSE the center. Labuan entities are required to obtain Labuan FSA prior approval before undertaking proposed DFS related activities. 9 is Islamic finance. With a complete suite of Islamic financial structure and solutions, effective regulative standard, a facilitative business environment, as well as a Sharia Supervisory Council (SSC), Labuan IBFC is well positioned to capture the needs of global Islamic finance industry. 10 is money broking. Money broking is defined as a business of arranging transactions between buyers and sellers in money, with brokers acting as an intermediaries in consideration of brokerage fees paid or to be paid, but does not include the buying or selling of foreign currency by the broker as the principal in such markets. The last one is credit token business. A credit token business is defined as any business where a token, being a check, card, voucher, stamp, booklet, coupon, form, or other document or thing is given or issued to a person referred as customer by the person carrying on the business referred as issuer.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AMIRA HAFIZAH binti AZMI, student ID 2020899442. Now I will talk about the legislation and guidelines of the Labuan Financial Service Authority. The 8 acts that make up Labuan IBFC legislative framework give Labuan FSA Authority and establish Labuan organizations that can operate in the centre legally. Orders and regulation enacted pursuant to the relevant Labuan laws are considered subsidiary legislation of the Labuan laws and are to be read in conjunction with the relevant Labuan laws. So, the first one of the legislation is Labuan Limited Partnerships and Limited Liability Partnership Act 2010, which is an act to establish Labuan Limited Partnership and Labuan Limited Liability Partnership and to regulate and provide for matters connected or incidental thereto. In reference to a Labuan Limited Partnership, a limited partner or a general partner. In reference to a Labuan Limited Liability Partnership, is a person who a partner, including a designated partner in that partnership and is identified as such in the application submitted to the authority under Section 30 or a notice filed under Section 31. Second is Labuan Financial Services and Securities Act 2010 at 704, which is an act to establish a securities exchange, licensing and regulation of financial services and securities in Labuan, and other related matters. Making or offering to make with anybody, whether as principal or agent, or persuading or attempting to persuade anyone to enter into or offer to enter into any agreement for or with a view to purchasing, selling, subscribing to, or underwriting securities. Third is Labuan Financial Services Authority Act 1996 under Act 545, This legislation, which has perpetual succession and a common seal, may enter into contracts, sue and be sued in its name, and subject to and for the purposes of this Act, may buy, sell, take hold and enjoy real estate of every kind. It may also convey, assign, surrender, deal up, charge, mortgage, dismiss, reassign, transfer or otherwise deal with any real estate or any interest therein. Next is Labuan Companies Act 1990 under Act 441. Whenever a person holding or occupying a particular office or position is mentioned or referred to in this Act, that mention or reference absent clear indication to the contrary, should be deemed to include all persons who shall at any time thereafter occupy the said office or position for the time being. There is also Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Securities Act 2010 under Act 705, which is an act to address the licensing, regulation and other related matters of Islamic financial services and securities in Labuan. Any of the authorities, officers or members may be given permission to carry out any of the Act's tasks, exercise any of its power or carry out any of its activities. Meanwhile, Labuan Foundation Act 2010 under Act 706 is an act to address matters relating to the establishment, regulation and dissolution of foundations in Labuan. Any person may create a Labuan Foundation by signing their name as the founder on the foundation charter and abiding by this Act provision. The other legislation is PUA 423 Labuan Business Activity Tax, Labuan Business Activity Regulations 2021. In the base period for an assessment year, a Labuan entity engaged in Labuan business activities must have the number of full-time employees and annual operating costs for Labuan trade activities as specified in the first schedule and for Labuan non-trading activities as specified in the second schedule. Lastly, PUA 482 Labuan Business Activity Tax LITC Substance Regulation 2021. Trading in physical goods and associated derivative products related to a petroleum and petroleum-related products, including liquefied natural gas, minerals, agricultural products, defined raw materials, chemicals, base minerals, or coal is referred to as
My name is Nur Anis MAWADDAH Muhammad ZUKRI and I will continue with the guideline of whistleblowing. The guideline of whistleblowing intend to address genuine concerns over any improper conduct that may occur in Labuan FSA and its subsidiaries. This guideline is also intended to enable a person to launch a report or such as conduct at an earlier stage without fear or reprimand and reprisal. Such report may serve as an early warning system to identify the problems or preempt a situation that may be detrimental to the company itself. Who can report? The first one was members of authority including Director General. The second, the board members of Labuan FSA subsidiaries. The third, employees of Labuan FSA or its subsidiaries. The fourth was employee of Labuan Financial Institution. And the fifth, the person who performed services for Labuan FSA or any its subsidiaries including contractors, suppliers, consultants and service providers. And the last one was members of the public. What should be reported? The first is criminal offence including fraud, corruption or abuse of power by Labuan FSA authorities member. The second, failure to comply with the provision of the law administered by Labuan FSA by any person. The third, non-compliance with the statutory bodies, discipline and surcharge Act 2000 or its subsidiary legislation. The fourth, misuse of funds and assets of Labuan FSA or its subsidiaries. The fifth, abuse of the power within the Labuan FSA or its subsidiaries. The next is assisting a person to commit any of the above improper conduct. Moreover, detrimental action taken against whistleblowers or person closely associated with whistleblowers. And the last one, serious financial irregularity or impropriety within the Labuan FSA or its subsidiaries. Moreover, no action will be taken against a whistleblower who reports improper conduct, provided the disclosure is made in a good faith. In making an allegation, a whistleblower should exercise due care to ensure accuracy of the information. This will be done in accordance with the law which provides protection for the whistleblower. Whistleblower Protection Act 2010 or WPA, Labuan Financial Services Authority Act 1996 and the laws administered by the Labuan FSA. The content was the first, it was confidentially of identity. The second was immunity from civil and criminal liability for the disclosure made, and the last one is protection from detrimental action. Whistleblower protection does not extend to the following disclosure and will be revoked pursuant to Section 11 of the WPA. Disclosures of improper conduct which matters are trivial or frivolous or malicious or vexatious in nature or motivated by personal agenda or ill will and pending or determined through disciplinary proceeding. Next, how to whistleblowers. The first step was whistleblowers are encouraged to raise genuine report of improper conduct at the earliest opportunity to the designated officer or DO in appropriate channel. Disclosures must be raised in writing as per whistleblowing disclosure form. Where relevant, whistleblowers may be requested to submit an evidence and documents. Also, any meeting arranged will be conducted discreetly and, if necessary, out of sight or out of office premises. The second step was the whistleblower shall be informed by not to contact the suspect employee or alleged wrongdoer in an effort to determine the fact or demand restitution, and not to discuss the cases, facts, suspicions or allegation with anyone except with the investigation committee and the DO. The last step was the DO may investigate and address the cases of the reported improper conduct and ensure that the whistleblower is notified on the matter. In this regard, the DO will initiate an investigation committee to investigate on the concerned raised. The disclosure raises may consist require immediate action before investigation is conducted or concluded. Be investigated internally by members of authority and integrity officer. Be investigated internally and externally by independent appointees. And the last one, be referred to relevant enforcement agencies.
In the conclusion, we can see that the establishment of Labuan FSA had led to the transformation and streamlining of regulatory and supervisory function in administering the financial activities in Labuan IBFC under central authorities. It aims to promote and develop Labuan as a preferred international business and financial center in Asia. From less than 20 staff during inception to this, Labuan FSA has over 100 staff. The last 2 decades have seen dynamic progress as Labuan FSA pursue policy changes as well as legislative and regulatory enhancements to meet evolving global standard and industry demands. These efforts have made Labuan IBFC more resilient and stronger today. Its pragmatic regulatory and supervisory approach combine the ease of doing business with high international prudential standards, making the jurisdiction an ideal base for international investors seeking innovations and growth in Asia Pacific.